there, Mouseketeers. It's Kate from PrincessMinnie here. And if you are a new subscriber, maybe you're visiting me from another awesome Disney YouTubers channel, then hey, welcome. And if you're a returning friend, then I'm super excited to be able to share my first video in December with you. Sadly for me, Vlogmas is just not going to happen this year. A lot of life circumstances and reasons why behind the scenes, but I am going to try to bring you a lot of really amazing Disney Christmas content this month anyway. Today's video I'm super excited about, and it's been something that has been in the works for quite a while, back since October, when a bunch of us Disney YouTubers participated in this same style of pin tag, where we answered questions and popped up in our friends' videos. So today you're going to see a bunch of my own pins, but you're going to actually see some of my YouTube friends popping up in the video to answer Christmas and wintry related questions. This was all the brainchild of my amazing friend Robin over at ohelloRobin. I believe Robin is doing Vlogmas, so you should definitely be checking out her channel and subscribing if you have not done so yet. And subscribe to everybody's channels because they're all fabulous and you're going to have a great time. Let's get started. So the very first category is Deck the Halls, and that is to show a festive or a decorated pin. And I had another pin first picked out. It was cute, it was Pluto, it was a gift box, he had some like cute decorations going on, and then I spotted this baby. And this one is actually a fantasy pin. It's the only fantasy pin that I'm going to show you today, but I'm completely obsessed with it, and I got it I think in like the spring or summertime of last year. So I've been waiting to really put it on a Christmas pin board. It is from Alicia's Wonderland, and it is the Disneyland D font. But it's a gingerbread font or version of it. So it's completely decorated, so it's perfect for this category. And it's just so sweet. I'm all things gingerbread. I actually have not eaten a gingerbread cookie probably since I was in high school, to my memory. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine made them in high school, made some gingerbread cookies, and then like never again. So it's been quite a while since I had some gingerbread, and I just recently had a gingerbread cookie at Walt Disney World in Epcot for their amazing cookie stroll. And so I'm now kind of obsessed with all things gingerbread. I'm even thinking about making my own gingerbread cookies this year. And before we get to the next pin category, I have a YouTuber friend stopping by.
Hey guys, and hi Kate, it's Vicky here from Vixen Lost in Disney, and the indoor activity that I would most love to do at this Christmas time would be to decorate my Christmas tree with Goofy. Imagine how much fun that would be. I know that it would be absolute chaos. The tree would probably look like a mess and it would be a complete disaster. I imagine the tree would probably be upside down, maybe even cut in half. Definitely would not be the prettiest and most perfect Christmas tree you've ever seen, but I would pick a fun decorated tree with Goofy than a perfect Christmas tree any day. So definitely top of my list for indoor activities this Christmas, decorating my tree with Goofy. So much fun. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, so for pin category number 2, we have Visions of Sugar Plums, and so that's a treat pin. And believe it or not, I guess I actually probably should have just shown you guys the previous pin for this category, but I just thought of that now. So I'm kind of shoehorning in this next pin because I really wanted to show you, and it's brand new. I just picked it up on my Walt Disney World trip over Thanksgiving, and it's from the limited edition gingerbread collection. And they had these at a bunch of the resorts, and this is actually the one from Saratoga Springs, and when you open it up, the inside of it depicts Belle, my favorite Disney princess, with her horse, whose name I'm not going to pretend to know, but if you know, you can let me know. I'm sure as soon as somebody says it, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's the name of that horse. And they are in front of a gingerbread house, which of course is the theme of all of the pins in this collection. And I picked up a whole bunch of these on my trip. But of course, the gingerbread house is the treat element for this category. And now let's hear from another awesome Disney YouTuber. Yay!
Hi Kate and hi Mouseketeers, I'm Jessie from Miss Cherry's channel, and my question is, what is your favorite Disney holiday snack or treat? So I'm gonna be probably a little bit boring here, but last time I went to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, there was a station that was at the Tortuga Tavern, which is right by the Pirates ride, and they had blueberry or like blue raspberry snow cones and snowman pretzels with cheese, and that was like the highlight of my night at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And I think it's because I'm just a savory person. Like, I love savory treats, and everything at the Very Merry Christmas Party is so sweet that it was just nice to have a little bit of a break from all the sugar. And yeah, so I'm gonna go with the snowman, pretzel, and cheese, and the blue raspberry snow cone.
For this next pin category, the category is called Jingle Bells, and you're supposed to share a pin that is musical. This was hard for me. I didn't have a lot of musical, wintry, holiday pins, except I realized that another pin I picked up on my most recent trip, another limited edition series that I went to these resorts and hunted down, was in a bell shape, and of course bells make music. Yeah, I pieced that one together. So I love the holiday resort pins. You're gonna see another collection of holiday resort pins later on in this video, but essentially all of the resorts at Disney, Walt Disney World, and a whole bunch actually outside of Walt Disney World as well, like such as in Disneyland, they release a pin that's the same theme. So this year it was the bells. Jingle bells, right? And they just have like a different color maybe, and they have different characters, and usually they do a pretty good job representing the vibe of the resort itself. So in this case we do have Disney's Wilderness Lodge, and which is where we actually ate Thanksgiving dinner, and so I picked up this pin featuring Chip and Dale that night. And now we get to hear an answer about the holidays from yet another amazing Disney YouTuber.
Hi Kate, hi everyone, hope you're all well. Hope you had a fabulous holiday, Kate. So then, Carolyn Fun. Who am I with, which character, and what am I singing? Well, anyone that knows me knows I can't really sing, but I like to think I can. So it would probably be a rendition of We Wish You a Merry Christmas with the original 5. I'm not sticking to one, I'm going to have the original 5. So here we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Yes, I've lost it. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This next pin category, I really thought I was going to have to get super creative for, so I did, but then I realized I could actually fit into the original category as well. So I'm going to be showing you 2 different pins, one that really fits the category and one that's a little more creative, and this is the Mele Kalikimaka pin category, and I gotta be honest, Robin, shout out, I didn't even know how you were supposed to say Mele Kalikimaka until last year. I heard you say it with Rod while you guys were opening up the ugly sweater pins, because I believe it is written on the ugly Lilo and Stitch sweater. So thank you, you saved my life with that pronunciation. Anyhow, this pin is supposed to be a holiday pin from around the world, and at first I was like, I don't think I have any. Of course, you know, Florida is in the world, but the spirit of the pin being from outside of, you know, this country. And so I'm going to show you the pin that abides by the rules first. It is the only one I have, but it's very adorable, it's very festive, and I bought it on an Instagram live sale randomly. It was not popular. I was able to scoop it up very, very easily. And it's from Hong Kong Disneyland. It is dated 2013, so a bit of an older pin, and it has a monkey on it. So this pin actually represents, another bell by the way, actually represents the Mystic Manor, which is kind of Hong Kong, as far as I understand it, not having been there, Hong Kong's answer to the Haunted Mansion. But the Haunted Mansion, from what I, again, understand, would not have really fit into the Chinese culture, so they changed it up and made this ride, and there's a little monkey on it, so I actually bought this with my husband in mind because he loves Haunted Mansion so much. Okay, now, before I realized I had this pin, I was going to show you yet another pin I picked up on my recent trip. Pretty much pins were like the only things I really splurged on myself for. And I picked up this amazing Chip and Dale Festival of the Holidays pin, and we did get to experience a couple days of the Festival of the Holidays, which is just their amazing like holiday themed celebration in Epcot. And so I picked this one as a pin from around the world. Well, it's Epcot. You walk around the world, right? The World Showcase. So I thought it totally works. It totally makes sense. And so Chip and Dale were kind of the mascots of this year's festival. I don't know if they are every year, but this year they sure are. And it was very hard to not buy everything with Chip and Dale on it. Now we're actually about to be visited again by someone we saw a little while ago.
Hello again, Mouseketeers. My next question is, which Disney animated film would you like to be in for the holidays? So for the holidays, I really would like to be in Nightmare Before Christmas. To me, it's both in Halloween and a Christmas film, but I love Tim Burton and I love how stylized all of the characters are, and I just appreciate the art of the film. I would love to be in it in some way, maybe be Sally, maybe be part of like the creepy Halloween people that sing during the film. But yes, I think that that is the holiday animated film that I would like to be a part of.
The next pin category is Let It Snow, a wintry pin, and I didn't have many wintry pins. It shocked me. I thought I'd have more like pins with snow or snowflakes or whatever you think of when you think of wintry on it, but I luckily did have a very beautiful one that I have no recollection how it's gotten into my collection, whether it was a gift or a trade or a purchase. I do not remember. I'm fairly certain it is just a rack pin from Disneyland, and it's beautiful. It shows Mickey as Santa, which I'm completely obsessed with, and it also shows Sleeping Beauty Castle all decked out in wintry fineness. So now, of course, it's time for a visit from another Disney friend.
Hey beautiful Disney friends, it is Taryn from over at Twinkle Bell Taryn. Outdoor fun. What Disney character am I hanging out with and what are we doing? If you guys have watched Donald's Snow Fight, that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's exactly who I am hanging out with. If there are some people who know how to have some fun outside, it is Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and kind of Donald too. Donald kind of gets trumped into the whole having fun, getting into a whole snowball fight, but it looks like they had a really great time. In the end, everything ends up all happy, but let's be real, they're outside, they're in the snow, they're doing it all. They're building snowmen, they're crashing snowmen down, they are skating, they are not snowmobiling, they're snow sledding, they are having the best time outside, and they are definitely the people I want to hang out with outside.
Now earlier I commended and thanked Robin for her helping me to pronounce Mele Kalikimaka, but now I have to say, Robin, shame on you for the name of this upcoming pin category, because if I try to even say it, I just know I'm going to get all tongue-tied and just make a fool out of myself. So it's the Good King category. See here for clarity and clarification on that. And it's a pin of royalty. So I do have one of those, and surprise, surprise, it's a pin from the Gingerbread Collection, one of my recent pin acquisitions. Disney really crushed it with their limited edition pins this year. I don't have wall space for all of the amazing pin collections that they release, so I really do need to pick and choose, but I almost got every single one of these. The only one I really wanted that I just skipped out on was the Epcot Stitch one, just because I never actually saw it. If I had seen it, it would be with me right now, so I might need to find a way to make that one part of my collection. But this one, it's not even necessarily my favorite characters, but it represents the Grand Floridian. It has Aurora and Philip in there, so we got, you know, your two royal people, a royal couple, but they're standing in front of the gingerbread house. The iconic gingerbread house from Grand Floridian. We waited in a line probably for at least 20 minutes to be able to have the honor of purchasing snacks that I'm going to ship out for the holidays from this darn gingerbread house. So I had to get the pin, obviously. And now to hear from the creator of this amazing pin tag herself.
Hello, it's Robin from ohelloRobin, and the question is Mickey's Christmas Carol or Muppets Christmas Carol. Now, if you would have asked me this about a month ago, I would have hands down said Mickey's Christmas Carol because I absolutely love that animated film. But you know, Disney Plus came out and I re-watched Muppets Christmas Carol. I forgot how awesome that film was with the live action parts. Oh my gosh. Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge is fantastic, and Kermit, he's so great as Bob Cratchit, and it really tugs at your heartstrings just like Charles Dickens wanted it to. So you know, for me right now, Muppets Christmas Carol absolutely is my favorite. If you haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while, definitely go watch it because it will give you all those holiday feels. Happy holidays.
The final pin category in this tag is called Home for the Holidays, and it's to share your favorite holiday pin. That would be really tough. I actually almost considered, oh, there's a cat now. I actually almost considered picking that bell pin I showed you earlier, and I'm realizing I showed you a few bell-shaped pins and then a pin with bell on it. That's the one I'm talking about, the one with her and her horse. It's from Saratoga Springs. So that almost made the cut, but then I decided to show you two pins, a little rule breaker, from a previous year's limited edition Walt Disney World Resort set. So in this case we have a pin from, this is from 2017, from Disney's Boardwalk Resort and Disney's Yacht Club Resort, and they just happened to go together, and I got them together for a really good deal. And one of them is themed to Minnie Mouse, one of them is themed to Mickey Mouse, and they have really cool slider elements. Obviously the pins from this year had, one had like the swivel in the middle with the Wilderness Lodge pin, the others were hinge pins. So these are going to be sliders, and I just love a cool effect. I'm super excited to share all the pins together with you guys because I think they make a pretty cool overall board. But first, there is one final question that actually I myself will be answering without help from anybody else, and that is, what is one of your special holiday traditions? And two ideas kind of popped into my head when I thought of this question. The first is something I've been doing since I was just a little kid, and oh, I just realized the third tradition actually I want to tell you. So three, I'll get three. But so ever since I was a little kid, my dad loved to wake us up really crazy early in the morning. Like, I'm talking like 3 a.m. was when we always got up to open our Christmas presents. And as an adult, as a grown adult with no children and 2 cats, we still do that. I think one year we tried not to, and John was waking me up at like 4 a.m. like, we waited long enough, let's go open our presents. So we just get up crazy early to open our gifts, and that's definitely one of our traditions. And then I'll say the other one that just popped into my head is something John and I started with each other a couple of years ago. It's something I saw on Facebook. The idea of giving your partner a book to read on Christmas Eve. And I loved that idea because John and I are both big readers, and he wound up gifting me a book a couple years ago, and that person has actually become my favorite author. So he really got me there. So it's just nice to actually have something to open and look at on Christmas Eve, and kind of, I still have those like Christmas Eve jitters that I had when I was a kid and I don't want to go to sleep, so I kind of just read until I am conked out, which means I'm getting very little sleep before the 3 a.m. wake up call. And then finally, the first thing that actually popped in my head was a family tradition. That's something I started 2 years ago. I found out that my sister, not to throw her under the bus, she's since changed her ways a little bit, but my sister kind of took after our mom, and she didn't let her kids help decorate the tree. It had to look perfect. And that's how my mom was. We weren't allowed to help decorate the tree. So, and I always hated that as a little kid. So luckily my dad always let my other sister and I decorate his tree. But, you know, I always felt like kids should decorate the tree. So I said to her, how about you and your girls, you come over a couple weeks before Christmas and you put up my tree and decorate my house, and we'll make cookies and cakes and have hot chocolate and stuff like that. And it was just such an amazing day. And guess what? I didn't have to do like any work. My house was just decorated. It was perfect. That's perfect to me. And so we did that for 2 years in a row. This year, unfortunately, we couldn't do it because the week we had scheduled to do it, John got really, really sick. So, and then now it's just no weekends are really working out for all of our schedules. So unfortunately, I'm very sad to say that we have to skip a tradition this year, but that's okay. I decided to actually invite some of my close friends to come over and help us decorate. So we're still kind of getting that friends and family love. It's just different people this year. And I do want to give a huge shout out to my friend Katie from Over the Mooney. I asked her to come over and help me put up my brand new tree and decorate it, and she was just awesome because this came in a very little box and had to be assembled and had to be fluffed out, and these teeny tiny little ornaments put on, which was not easy. So thank you so much, Katie. So I guess my main tradition then, with that being said, is I like to have friends and family come over to help decorate. I think that's a really fun part of the process. All right, let's see the pin board. Oh, I love it. Okay, so in the middle we have that fantasy pin. We have a bunch of the pins that were released this year, and then we kind of in each corner have just some specialty other pins. I would definitely love to hear if you like any of the limited release sets from this year, if you have any of those pins, if you're going during the holidays, if you're going to be seeing the Festival of the Holidays, if you're going to do the cookie stroll, let me know. If you're going to stand in that long line for the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian. Thank you so much to all of you who watched this, and for anyone who comments down below. I really look forward to reading your comments, and thank you to all my Disney YouTube friends, especially Robin as the creator of this tag, for kind of putting this together, because this one really took a village. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you are having the loveliest holiday season, and I'll see you real soon.